According to the Centers for Disease Control, in 2007, more than 3,000 people drowned in the U.S. Now, 1 in 5 of those fatal drowning victims were children ages 14 and younger. So it's summer here. A local swim school is educating parents and kids on drowning prevention. Reporter Leslie Lopez has the story.
It may look like a lot of splashing around, but these water babies are getting safety swim lessons here at Akai Swim School. Cole, how do you like the water? Cole, do you love the water? Cole Johnson is just under 2 years old, yet he's learning the basics of swim safety.
We want them to have fun and to learn a lot of safety about the water, and we hope to get them ready to learn how to swim as their bodies develop.
Akai Swim School has students as young as 4 months old. Baby and Me lessons allow parents to join their children in the water to help them get more comfortable.
He's getting better. He likes to, jump in the water now, and before I think he was a little tentative. And he really loves coming beforehand and playing with the kids.
He goes into water all the time. He's more confident. He's not so scared.
And because infants haven't developed the necessary muscles yet to swim on their own, Akai starts them off with a few life-saving techniques.
We teach them a lot about holding their breath and making friends with the wall. In case they were to fall into a pool someplace, they would go to the wall and not expect an adult to be there for them.
Dorothy Yesinka says one of the first things babies should learn is how to hold their breath.
They, teach us to blow bubbles in the water and kick, and then we sing songs, and he likes being around the other little kids too.
And after learning how to kick and hold their breath, students are also taught another important technique: how to pull themselves out of water. In addition to these classes, parents are urged to take further initiative in making swimming a fun and safe activity. Fence in pool areas, make sure children are always supervised when playing in or around water, and learn CPR. For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Leslie Lopez.
And for more information on recreational safety, go to the Centers for Disease Control website at CDC.gov. Teenagers will soon start to enjoy summer break, and that means they'll probably spend more time behind the wheel. So the Torrance Police Department gave teen drivers safety tips before they hit the road. Reporter Christy Kapik has the story.
According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the #1 killer of teens is motor vehicle accidents. But here at the Torrance Police Department, they've teamed up with our Teen Driver Foundation to educate parents and teens on how to make better driving decisions.
We understand in talking with a lot of the parents and the teens also that it's very confusing now because the laws have been changing. It's much different than when we were teenagers and we got our licenses. With that knowledge, we're hoping to empower them to make their teens safer, give them some more information where they can make better, stronger decisions to keep them safe once they get out on the road.
That's a major problem because if you're not looking at what's going on around you, you're not going to be prepared. It gets the kids thinking as far as what they should be thinking about when they get behind the wheel of a car. We toss everything at them that you don't want to have happen to you when you're in a car.
The free session had both ecstatic teen drivers and their parents learning everything from dealing with your peers to traffic violations. At the end, the attendees felt hopeful this would be a preventative measure towards keeping them away from the 66% of all accidents caused on the California roadways by teens.
Not using your phone, no texting, not changing the radio, not talking to your friends, just paying attention to the road is the best way to go so you don't get in an accident.
I thought it was fabulous. And, it's a sad thing that we don't have driver's ed in schools so that the kids can actually get this experience so that every child can benefit from it.
This is Christy Kapik reporting for CitiCABLE 3.
For more information on how to keep your teen safe, go to ourteendriver.org. Many of us in Southern California have probably felt the series of recent earthquakes. And while adults may be ready at home or at work, what about students who spend most of their day at school? Reporter Siobhan Field looks at how the Torrance Unified School District prepares.
The last few that we've had here are really close to home and, multiples in one day and, in 1 week in the same area. It makes you wonder.
The likelihood of the big one is always in the back of our minds. But the uncertainty of when and especially where the next quake will occur can put parents in a panic. School children spend half of the day in other people's care, so exactly how prepared is TUSD to keep our kids safe? Robin Fisher, TUSD Manager of Material Support Services and the Emergency Preparation Liaison, says our children are in excellent hands.
We're really talking about your kids. So let me just say, drop, cover, and hold, and we're here to protect both faculty and kids as best we can.
Fisher says all schools participate in the Great Shakeout each year. The drill prepares students, teachers and emergency services personnel for the real deal. He says it is mandatory for parents to provide an emergency kit for each student, which is kept at the school throughout the year in case of emergency.
Our teachers always keep them in our some barrels, so whenever earthquakes happens, we have them to keep us safe too.
And then it has emergency food, a pencil, a notebook. It has some other stuff too.
Earthquakes in the South Bay area are a very real possibility. Staying calm and following the advice of emergency services personnel is the best way to keep you and your loved ones safe. Being aware of the dangers goes a long way. Victor Elementary parent Susan Medit has regular discussions with her two boys about being prepared for an earthquake.
We go over it quite often, especially recently. They're aware of what they need to do.
As for how the kids themselves feel about the recent tremors,
it was a bit scary at first, but then I knew that my teachers and my friends were all there.
Despite their concerns about the big one, parents feel comfortable with the emergency procedures TUSD have put in place.
I'm totally comfortable. I mean, I think, in fact, that they would be more prepared than what I am at home right now. So I am totally comfortable with him being at school during an earthquake.
We house the most valuable commodity in the city of Torrance, and that's about 25,000 students strong.
Victor Elementary teacher Casey Myers agrees and says schools are prepared to care for children for 3 days if their parents can't get there due to a serious quake.
We take great care in making sure that we're prepared for earthquakes and that all the children are safe and accounted for.
I'm Siobhan Field for Torrance CitiCABLE.
In August, a representative from the Caltech Office of Earthquake Programs will lead a seminar on earthquakes at the Katie Geiser Civic Center Library. For more information, go to the city's website at TorranceCA.Gov. Well, coming up after the break, this is the last year for a big celebration. We'll give you the details. Now, here's a look at the 5-day forecast.